Alright, this is showing you how to install your Sequoia overhead switch panel. It's meant to work with this right here. It'll be a 8-button switch assembly. These can be found off of Amazon. So basically, all you gotta do is get a screwdriver, your Sequoia overhead assembly. Don't mind the holes. Pop this open, and what you want to do is pry this open. This takes the cover off, and you'll be replacing it with this. Before you can do that, you're going to want to install your switch panel. Drop it in, turn it around. There's 6 holes that you can use. One of them stripped out for whatever reason. Really, you only need 4 of these to hold it in place. Drop it in. Alright, so like I said, you really only need 4 screws. This one, this one, this one, and this one. But for whatever reason, this one was stripped out. Brand new switch I just got. So you can utilize the 2 middle ones. It's pocketed in, so you don't want to screw it in too tight. It'll pull the plastic in. A little bit's fine. Now that you got this put together, take the overhead assembly, open it or drop it in. I've already drilled a couple of holes to run this, as I've already had it installed in my Sequoia, bolted it to this. But now we got this fancy panel that we're going to replace it with. Drop it in. Now all you gotta do is let's see here, remember. Yeah, so you want to drop it in. You want to do the top, this side first. What you do is take it, face it your way. A little hard doing it with the video on this little photo box. Drop it in, line it in. If you can't really see where it goes, you can actually open it and look inside, and make sure the tabs are holding right there. Probably barely see it. They just latch in on that side. Once you know both sides are in, all you do is snap the front end like so. This will align it, make sure it lines it so it's centered. See right here, a little plastic tab that I built into it. It aligns it with the cover. And now that you got that all in, snap, close, and you're done. It's angled a little bit so you can actually see your buttons while you're in the cab. And I drilled a hole for you in order to run the wire back. This one's actually for a USB socket in here that I use for other reasons. And there it is, installed, nice and clean, pocketed. This is the working prototype. The final one will be a little bit more finished, but overall this is how it's going to look like installed. Can't wait to put it to use. There it is. Alright, well, it's not recommended, but if you ever had to take the switch panel back out, you just gotta pop it open. These plastic clips here, they are plastic, so they can break with too much force. That's why it's not recommended to take these off. But if you had to, what you want to do is take a screwdriver, drop it in here, and basically pull the factory plastic away from the panel, and it'll pop it out. And you do the same thing on this side, wedge it in there, and you kind of just pry back on it, and pulls it out. So these clips right here, you can see it just hooks in there. So when you pry on the plastic here, you're prying it back. That way it gives it a little bit of room for it to pop out. And on the back side, same thing, it's just hooked in there as well. A little hard to video, but that's all you have to do to take it out if you ever had to. Not recommended, as these plastics can break.